Welcome to the Safaricom users. Have you heard of the current scam? Has someone called you, giving you some threatening calls, messages, Illuminati, your phone is blocked, your phone is displaying double number, double names, double identity. If you don't do this, if you don't do that, we are going to block it. Have you received such calls? Have you seen anything going around dial star 100 star 100 hash? Have you ever been given more than or between 10 to 100 missed calls in a span of a very short time? Have you been given annoying calls and frequent ones? Now listen and listen good. This is a new scam and this is what is done and this is how they do it. I'm not much of an IT expert, but it's something I've gone through, so this is how they do it. There's a way Safaricom allows people to swap their lines. A few people decided to use this to con people and rob them of their hard-earned money, and this is how they do it. They do all means to swap your line into a new line so that they have a good access to almost a good amount of your details, just to have control of your phone number or your line. So this is how they do it. Number one, their main aim is always to have you switch off your phone. These people know that one, people fear stuff to do with Illuminati. People nowadays know how these scams go, and most of the time people are advised to switch off their phones when they hear or they get such calls. Another thing, they know how the international scams go, threatening calls and etc. So one thing they would always do, sometimes they can call you, they tell you there's a parcel, blah blah blah, are you so and so, how can we reach you, blah blah blah, and they do it so openly so that you know in your brain that this is a scam. Then after knowing it's a scam from something that has been going around, I don't know, it's the society that has taught it, that when you receive such, please switch off your phone so that they don't get you, and people fall into that trap. The second trap is telling you that your phone number is kind of registered under two identities, and they're trying to help you so that your phone is not locked. They start asking you a few details here and there about your phone, and then they give you a series of instructions and blah 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 and blah blah blah. Therein, they know how to fake stuff. There's an app nowadays, I don't know its exact name, but it sounds like fake my message, something like that. So they can tell you, oh, your WhatsApp is affected. They do something to fake a message that comes to you with the name WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram or something like that. By this time, these people already know you have a WhatsApp account, they know you have a Facebook account or any other account. So they fake that message so that when it displays with the name of WhatsApp, Facebook and etc. They send some code so that you may feel, or your conscience is trying to be convinced that this thing is actually legit. In the process when you start believing it, they start giving you a few instructions, but then they will finally reach a point of asking you to switch off your phone, wait for a few seconds or a few minutes, then you power it on again. That one is to have them make you switch off your phone. The third one is calling you, telling you you made an order, maybe of snakes, you made an order of, I don't know, blood, blah blah blah, things to do with Illuminati stuff, you are being recruited and blah blah blah. Then when you start saying, oh, I have never been there, stuff like that, they start giving you threats. If you don't cooperate with us, please, we are going to sacrifice your children, your blah blah blah, you are going to freeze your accounts. These are threats to make you fear and switch off your phone. Then as they do this, they try as much as possible to annoy you as much as possible to finally get you switch off your phone. Underline this phrase, switching off your phone. Maybe Safaricom will confirm this later, but it's as much as I have interacted with these people, not from my phone personally, but from my friends, people around me have told me the same thing. Then lastly, these people would try and call you frequently. They would call you so much, they call you, hang up, give you a threat. Okay, they tell you, okay, if you don't want to cooperate, then just wait and see. We are going to switch off your phone, we are going to switch off your line, we are going to sacrifice your son, blah blah blah. Then you hang up the call, then they wait for some time to kind of confirm. Wait, as she switched off her phone again, then they call you again through other numbers, blah blah blah, just to make you power off your phone. So the main aim of these scammers is to have you power off your phone. Do you know why they're pushing you to power off your phone? Now listen and listen good. During a SIM swap, this to the Safaricom users, SIM swap enables you to gain access to your contact and your number and your line, even if you lose your SIM card. And one thing to identify a lost SIM card cannot have a signal being transmitted. So you cannot swap a line when it's already being operated somewhere. If your phone is lost or your line is lost and it's on and operating somewhere, you can always call it and find it. But you can only swap your SIM card when it's offline, when it's powered off, when it's switched off, when there's no signal coming from it. And that's why these people, they try as much as they can to make you power off your phone, to power off your line, to power off your device, either willingly or out of hasira, out of anger, so that they can easily swap your line. Then before you know it all, you can no longer call people, you can no longer blah blah blah. Then after gaining access to your line, they can always gain access also to other social media stuff or other stuff that are linked to your line. They would try install WhatsApp on another device. The verification message would go to that line, to that device, and then they have all the things they can acquire from your WhatsApp. They can use that one to do fraudulent activities. The same to Facebook, the same to Twitch, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Once they have access to your line. From there also they can do other stuff, including messing around with your WhatsApp, your M-Pesa, your mobile money stuff, Fuliza. They would Fuliza the full amount, they would withdraw all your WhatsApp, your M-Pesa stuff, they would do all mobile money apps using your line, and they try everything to get as much money as they can. Be it Fuliza, be it Asla Fund, be it what, be it Mshwari, be it anything, they would sweep as much as they can. They would borrow money as much as they can using your line. Then if your M-Pesa is kind of linked to other banks or other financial institutions, they would also try and access and do everything to acquire as much money as they can from those other financial institutions or money transfer stuff. Yeah, that's what they do, because they already have your line. But one thing I fail to understand is, how do they get access to your M-Pesa PIN? That one is a science that the story of the reason behind that, or how they do it, I have failed to understand. But one thing they do, once they swap your line, they go with it. So hapa ndio ujeuri na shika watu. Wale watu wakukasirikanga tupesa tudogo, mtu amekupigia mara 3 mara 4 umeshakasirika, umezima simu, hiyo wewe unaenda, hiyo hasira yako ndio inakupeleka. You get scammed, you get a victim of fraud because of petty anger. So this time, please be very careful, be very calm. Try as much as possible to weigh everything before you do something. Don't just. There's sometimes when powering off your phone is necessary, yes, but don't just rush to the power button because somebody is disturbing you with 50 calls within a span of 1 hour or 30 minutes. You know? Sometimes just receive the call. Jenga Safaricom, wacha credit yake itumike. Wekelea hata yeye ngoma hapo asikie. Apige, receive, weka tu. Safaricom ipate pesa kidogo. But don't power off your phone. I have seen this. It almost happened to a friend of mine this morning. She almost powered off her phone, and that person called her. There were a number of people, two people. They were calling simultaneously. One is calling Illuminati staff, one is calling for SIM registration staff. And it was annoying, and that lady was upset and confused, and her last thing was to power off her phone. She just could not power it off because I told her, I'm trying to reach you using that phone, so don't power it off. So I had to do that to make sure she does not power off her phone. So one thing that we can do, there is this thing Safaricom has introduced to all Safaricom users, be it international, be you a Kenyan, Tanzanian, whichever place, wherever you are, please dial *100 *100 hash. *100 *100 hash. I'm not doing this for Safaricom to pay me in any way, but it's to educate you people so that you don't lose. Yeah. I know this message is going to save a number of people. Dial *100 *100 hash, and that one would activate something in your line that you cannot swap it remotely. Even if it's lost, you have to visit your nearest Safaricom center with your original ID, and that's the only way your line can be swapped. It can no longer be swapped remotely if you activate that. So if you're watching this and you are using a Safaricom line, please dial *100 *100 hash. In case there is any information I've left out, you can leave it in the comment section. In case there is anything I've described wrong, please let me know. But I am trying to create an awareness so that we don't lose. Everybody has to work hard, and nobody should come and pry you your hard-earned money. I hope everything will be well. I like you all.